Hey guys, Andrew Bailey here. So I did my capstone on how the Division I dead period has affected recruiting and my personal college baseball program. I am the head baseball coach at Bluefield State College, NCAA Division II, Bluefield, West Virginia. I use the three-phase needs assessment model by Witkin and Altschultz. Just really helped me to understand how to break down what I was trying to accomplish. And first off, we want to start with the analysis. And we broke down the moving parts of the dead period. So the NCAA instilled a dead period when COVID hit. Division I schools could not recruit on campus or off campus or do anything camp-wise on campus. So there was no recruiting off campus or on campus. So the analysis helped us to understand how long that lasts for, what the details of that were, could they still make offers, what all the ins and outs of that were. So the analysis really helped with that. The assessment, so we made a clear assessment, my sponsors and I, that the Division I dead period in baseball directly impacted my college baseball program and my ability to land top tier recruits or the potential to land top tier recruits. So we really felt like that was a huge plus for us. Action plan, which we'll go over a little bit later, that my sponsor and I, we came up with, was to narrow down my recruits that I am targeting and take full advantage of the NCAA transfer portal. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So another thing that we looked at was the problem and opportunity that came away from our gap analysis. Division I coaches haven't been able to recruit, and potential Division I recruits haven't been able to be exposed to Division I coaches and can't visit campus. The opportunity for my program has been that Division II coaches, as myself, have been able to recruit on campus since June of 2020 and off campus since September of 2020, as well as run camps. I did surveys with between 60 and 70 college coaches, and I asked three main questions. First question was, did COVID help or hurt your recruiting? 62% said that they felt like COVID helped, and these were small college coaches. These were Division II, Division III, NAIA junior college coaches. 38% said that it hurt. So for me, I felt like I was in the help percentage. I really felt like COVID has obviously helped my program. Next question, did you benefit from the D1 dead period from a recruiting standpoint? This is kind of piggybacking off the first question. Obviously, I said yes. 69% of the small college coaches said yes. 31% said no. Did you land any commits who had Division I offers during COVID? I personally, my program, we've landed 3. 41% said yes, 59% said no. So more guys did not benefit than they did benefit, but I was in the category where I did benefit. Recruits signed with Division I offers. Since January, when I took over as the head baseball coach at Bluefield State College, I have signed 4 players with Division I scholarship offers or had Division I interest. Now this could have been on the line before COVID hit. They were going to get an offer, but they did not get that offer because COVID hit, and these coaches weren't allowed to further evaluate their skill set, whether it was an on-campus workout, off-campus at a tournament, high school game, etc. What does this mean? Through my research, I learned that the NCAA granted every student athlete their year of eligibility back from 2020 when COVID first hit. Since the arrival of COVID, my research also showed that the NCAA uncapped their baseball roster. So for example, you've got ACC, SEC, Power 5 schools that are running 50, 55 kids on a roster, and in a normal year, they'd only be able to have 35. So again, that's a problem and opportunity at the same time. Some kids might see it as opportunity, but at the same time, this is only for 1 year. So those kids are either going to get cut or they're going to need somewhere to go. So the NCAA transfer portal, where these kids go to transfer, and we'll speak about this later, this is what's happening now. These kids are transferring because the ability to play is probably not there this year with such a large roster for most kids. And then at the end of the year, there's an unknown. We don't know if the NCAA is going to repeal, if they're going to peel back that roster limit, or they're going to leave the same. Most people are thinking that roster limit will go back down, so these kids are going to need somewhere to go. So this is just another way where COVID has helped. The NCAA transfer portal. Any NCAA athlete that wishes to transfer schools has to be entered through their compliance director at the school to be able to go into the NCAA transfer portal where other coaches can see that they are looking to transfer, where they list such things as were they on scholarship at the current institution? Are they actively seeking to be contacted by other coaches? So there's a lot of things that we've learned through the transfer portal. And then through my research, going back through the last 8 months of the NCAA transfer portal, an average of 8 NCAA Division I baseball players are entering the NCAA portal per day on average, and that might fluctuate some. Opportunity. So more about opportunity, and so we're going to look at with Division I coaches not being able to recruit on or off campus. It has given my program a huge advantage. I know that I've personally spoken to several recruits, not just the ones I've signed that had Division I offers, but a lot of Division I caliber players that just aren't getting that attention or offer right now because all of these kids get their year back. Last year's year, when the season was canceled, did not count towards their eligibility. The NCAA gives 10 semesters to these kids, and from the time they enroll in school, the clock starts ticking, but last year did not count. So these kids get their year back. So that hurts with scholarshiping. So an entire senior class gets their year back and has to maintain scholarship. Well, a lot of the incoming freshmen or a lot of the 2020 class was not able to get scholarships from the Division I level because there was no scholarship money available because the NCAA granted back that year of eligibility to those seniors. So on top of not being able to recruit at the Division I level, they can't go out, they can't have recruits on campus. The NCAA transfer portal has really ticked up, and I've signed 3 Division I transfers. So COVID has impacted Division I recruiting in a big way, but it's also given us such a huge opportunity, not just being able to land that senior in high school, but from the uncapped rosters just for this year, most likely, the NCAA transfer portal has grown so heavy that it's allowed me to also sign some Division I transfers. I did some work with a close sponsor, longtime acquaintance who I can't name. He's been in Division I for the last 5 years. And his quote basically said that, over a summer they did $250,000 in Division I camps on their campus, and that allowed them to see underclassmen, allowed them to see potential recruits. They never had to leave their backyard. So this is not only a huge financial loss for these coaches, but it's a recruiting advantage that the NCAA Division I's have held for a long time that for the last year they have not been able to hold. I also ran a survey with 40 current high school athletes, and over 85% said they attended only Division I camps in high school. So that was their preference. And for us, those juniors and seniors that participated in that survey, basically that says that in a regular year, we're not going to get those kids to our small college camps as much. So again, the opportunity is huge that we found through that gap analysis and the needs assessment. Division II programs like mine have been able to run camps since September. So again, another advantage. My sponsor's recommendations and the conclusion we came to with taking advantage of the dead period, just a couple things. Increase call volume to top recruits, highly ranked recruits with perfect game. PBR, Prep Baseball Report, these are where the top recruits in the country are ranked through recruiting websites, and they hold a lot of value, and they're very popular recruiting sites and events. Make daily contacts with Division I transfers in the transfer portal with that growing number and that steady number of kids entering the transfer portal. Double my campus visits through the end of June when the Division I dead period finally ends. And through my sponsor and close acquaintances, consulting, we have formed a very clear plan that we feel like this will really allow us to meet performance that wasn't there. The opportunity to meet these performance goals hasn't been there, and this is a 15-month window that we'll probably never see again in our lifetime. Limited opportunity. The Division I dead period is set, again, limited window, 15 months. It's set to end in June, and then things will start to trickle back and go back to normal. And it's crucial right now, especially for the next month and a half, that I take full advantage of this dead period. What have I learned? I've really started to understand how to form more of a gap analysis, how to better find problem opportunity while doing my needs assessment models, and I need to continue to improve on my APA. Thank you so much.